What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Moonwell today. Shout out to Protingentic. I don't know how to pronounce that word properly. Shout out to you for the request. Moonwell is the topic of discussion today, and here we are. Not really mooning so well, at least not over the past 24 hours, or even over the past week. 34 cents is the price. How big of a drop is that? Because the average altcoin saw like 20 to 25% of a drop. Let's see, high to low. A little bit more than the average altcoin, but that's okay. It looks like you're moving up well as well, and you likely do have some mooning to do in a very short amount of time here. If we're looking at this on the daily time frame with all of our indicators, you have rejected, which in all honesty, that's not a good looking. Stochastics rejected the 50, and the MACD, that's not too bad actually, but it's neutral, kind of neutral overall. That's what you get with neutral price action. You know, it kind of looks like a cup and handle. But this handle is a little bit too deep. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not the most experted person whenever it comes to cup and handles, but I don't think it is a cup and handle. But it still is not a bearish pattern, right? Low to high, golden ratio support, 236 resistance. Perhaps what you do is you come back down to the 0.5. I think that'd be a really good look if you could find support at 3.169 cents. If you could find support right there, I actually think that'd be a really good look. Finding support on the 0.5 after finding support at the golden ratio is actually normally a really good thing. Finding resistance at the 0.5 is not a good thing, but you did not find resistance there. You moved all the way up and found resistance at the 236. So you're set up to do well. Bounce here or bounce there, it doesn't matter, and things should be well. But looking at this on these indicators, I would kind of think that you go a little bit lower from here. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we can zoom back out, okay? Zumba. 1 hour time frame. Let's see. Looking at this here, you are pretty oversold, looking like you're pointed to the upside, so we should see a little bit of recovery. Stochastics are oversold too, but you can stay oversold for a while. MACD just crossed below the zero. There's more bearish things than bullish things going on. You know, maybe what you do is you come up. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. You come up and then you reject down. You get like a higher low or something like that in the RSI. You get a lower low in the price, and then that bullish divergence is what sends you up. Maybe, perhaps you move up and then you still move down lower. I don't know. The 1 hour RSI makes me think you want to go up a little bit higher, but you don't have to. I mean, that last candle was rather brutal in all honesty. But let's look at this a little bit closer, okay? I stick with the idea that you could reject this area, or maybe you go up a little bit higher and reject like you did back here, like you did right here, except I don't think you'll get a reaction like this. I think you'd get a reaction more like this or something deeper. You are in an area where you like to find support in this oversold zone, but you could go lower. You absolutely could go lower. Not getting a whole lot. Why can't I talk? I'm not getting a whole lot off of this. 1 hour. Hold on. Low to high. 382. You're right at an area where you want to find support too. Oh, it's not easy. It's not easy. It ain't easy being cheesy. Let's see. What about a high to low? You just missed the golden ratio. I'm going to stick with the idea that you go lower, but prove me wrong. Get above 3.74 cents. 3.74 cents, get above there. If you can get above there, then I'm wrong, and you're moving up higher. But if you do go lower, then I'm right. I would think that you go down to about 3.1 cents, 3.2 cents, 2.9 cents, somewhere in that area. If you go lower, it's okay. I doubt you go below 2.6 cents or let's say 2.55 cents. I doubt you go below there, okay? Based on this 1 hour look. Let's look at the 4 hours, see if we can divulge some more information. The stochastics look ready to move up. The MACD is so close to moving up, but you're in a position where you're going to reject. I bet what you do is you do come down. You don't go below this low here, but you do go below these closing lows here. You get some lower closing areas, and then you form bullish divergence on your MACD with the oscillators, bullish divergence with your stochastics, bullish divergence with your RSI. That's what I bet. So between today and tomorrow, you should start moving back up again and recovering. I think today you find your higher low in reference to this low here. I think you find your higher low. And even if you do wick below that, maybe you get a lower low, whatever, but I would think that you at least get a candle to close, right? If you were to move below this, what I would expect to happen is that you wick and then you pull all the way back up and close here, right? So it'd be a big wick, kind of exactly like this candle, if you were to see a lower price than this at all. But I'm not expecting that. I'm not anticipating that. A couple cryptos do look like they're setting up for a double bottom, so just keep that in mind. Double bottom could definitely be the scenario here, but I think you've got the setup to see some bullish things take place, but you just got to go a little bit lower first. So something below 3.2 cents, yet above let's say above 3 cents. 3 cents to 3.2 cents, that's where I think you're going to go. You're at 3.4 cents now. Nothing crazy, nothing too crazy. So after you find your low, you should be moving up. Let's look at this. We already looked at the daily time frame. Let's look at the weekly time frame. Weekly RSI looks bullish, actually. It looks really bullish. Stochastics look bullish. The MACD is where things are really interesting, man, because you look like you're about to cross above the zero here. So 5 days, 23 hours left. What I'd ask of you, Moonwell, is prove me right. Doesn't matter if you move down today, but just come back up, start moving up within the next 48 hours, and certainly by the end of the week. If you can close this week green and really get some separation from where you are now and just continue to move up, I think this MACD will start to cross the zero. And man, whenever you cross above the zero, some crazy things can happen, right? I mean, you did that here. Let's just go over that right real quick. You crossed above the zero here, it looks like, right there, and that was this big move. You bounced off the zero here, and that was this big move. Crossing above the zero, I would think you get another move like that. So let's run with that idea. And the other two indicators look bullish, so let's just run with that idea. If you were to see a move like these, let's just put it in perspective. Low to high here, low to high here. So many noises in my house, man. Got the squeaky door, and then I got my cat, which sounds like a cow. He goes, "Mrr," but it sounds like a cat. It's like, "Mrr." We would start this move. I wouldn't draw it back here because this isn't where the move started, right? This is where the move started. This is where the move started, but I didn't take it from the low, right? I took it from where the move started. I think the move would start here essentially, and these are very similar moves. I mean, that'd put you all the way up at what, 35 cents to 45 cents, something like that. By the way of these time frames, that'd be like late October. This would be September. I would think you see a more robust move because I think you're going to make this move by the end of August. But maybe it's September. I've started to accept that it really could be September that all coins really start to top off. And not everything will top off at the same time. But look at that. That's perfect, right? Both of these, you split these two destinations, and what do you have? You've got the golden ratio at 39 cents right there. So golden ratio, I like it. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 39 cents in August. I mean, you're at 3.4 cents now, so that's a big move. That's a big move, you guys. Talking about going to 3.2 cents and then all the way up to 3.9 cents. Sorry, 39 cents by the end of August. If not, sometime in September. It could happen. You topped off here in October, which is actually earlier than the average altcoin. The average altcoin topped off in like December, January. Interesting. Here, March, I don't remember. I think that's normal. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say the average altcoin actually topped off. Yeah, around that same time. You could top off later. You don't need to do what the rest of the market does, apparently. But I do think 39 cents is your next target area. It's very, very compelling at this point. So I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. I do believe that Moonwell will see higher targets than that by the end of the cycle. I very much believe that this project has, 20x potential, 40x potential. It even has 100x potential with as low of a market cap as it is. It just depends on how much we move. If we do hit 39 cents by the end of September, if not sometime in August, then yes, from here, I think that you have the capabilities of seeing a price that's above $3, maybe even above $4. If you have a hard time getting there and it's like the end of the year that you get to 39 cents, then maybe instead of 100x from this price, you would see something on the lines. Instead of like $3 to $4 price, you'd see a price that's like $1 to $2, right? Something like that. Or maybe even $1 to $3 itself. But I would at least expect that you get above $1 by the end of this cycle. I mean, you're at 3.4 cents now. That's pretty good gains, man. I got nothing else. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.